How to use public speaking to grow your business. I speak at a lot of events, sharing my knowledge and experience, promoting my business and learning from others around me. But I wasn't always this confident. Public speaking can be daunting, but if you run your own business, it's a really useful skill to have. The good news is anyone can improve their public speaking skills. In this video, I'll give you some strategies so that you can speak with impact too. The video is split into 6 chapters. If you hover over the time bar, you can go directly to any chapter you'd like to watch. I hope you find this useful. Speaking engagements are a great way to raise your profile, and here's why. Speaking engagements move industries forward to make a difference. They're an opportunity to drive change and get people thinking about how they can make positive changes. They're great for PR and a way to demonstrate your expertise and get known within your industry. Speaking engagements give you more exposure, build your credibility, and position you as a thought leader. In turn, this will establish you as a person to be trusted. Speaking engagements are a great way to build connections and connect with your audience. It's much easier to build a relationship with people in real life. You'll also meet other speakers, which could lead to exciting opportunities you may not have had access to. Earlier this year, I was fortunate enough to be asked to speak at the Elite Business Live event down in London. It was a fantastic opportunity for me to network with the other speakers, some of whom were very well known, and it was great to learn from them. I also got to spend time with the owners of Elite Business, which resulted in me being offered a regular column with them, which has turned into so many opportunities since and is super fun. The audience will listen to what you have to say as you've established yourself as a thought leader, making you stand out from the average professional within your field. Clients will think of you as an expert and the go-to person, leading to referrals and future lead generation. It can also help close deals by inviting prospective clients to see you in action.
If you'd like to speak at more events but don't know where to start, here are some of the tactics to use to get invited. Use a personal website to elevate your profile further and position yourself as a speaker. This will yield excellent SEO results and help people find you. You can also showcase your previous speaking engagements, which will help paid clients visualize how you would fit within their event. Make sure you post on your social profiles that you're open to accepting speaking gigs. If you're new to public speaking, start small and consider joining local business networking groups to get to know the organisers and attendees. This will lead to future opportunities, as there'll be someone in the audience who will more than likely need a speaker in the future. Ask your contacts if they know of anyone looking for a speaker. Look at online conference directories and contact associations within your industry to identify upcoming conferences and events. Contact them to ask who is responsible for booking speakers and reach out to them. Use this information to build a pipeline of opportunities for the next round of speaking opportunities. There'll be loads of unpaid speaking opportunities, but when it comes to paid opportunities, don't feel embarrassed to negotiate pay, as your time is valuable. Remember to include the cost of travel, hotels, and conference passes. There are loads of opportunities to speak at networking groups, industry events, and conferences, but it's knowing where to find them. One of the best ways to be successful is to approach agencies like Moja, who manage speaker opportunities on your behalf, including being listed on our speaker page on our website. Get in touch with us if you'd like more info on that.
We love a podcast. In fact, in 2022, there are over 125 million listeners to podcasts around the world, and that number is set to grow. But did you know that they're also a great way to grow your business? A professionally produced podcast is a fantastic way to build a dedicated audience and a loyal audience. And if you pick the correct niche, it's possible to climb the charts in specific categories and subcategories on podcast platforms. For example, you could create a podcast to talk specifically about HR or whatever it is that you specialise in. Podcasts are incredibly shareable, and the content you record can be posted across your social channels to raise your profile. They also help to get your name in another feature on Google, boosting your SEO and helping people find you. Apart from all these benefits, they're just really fun to get involved in. You can share your story, make connections with guests, inspire with your advice, and give your take on trending topics to get your voice heard on stories that matter. I've had experience of creating my own podcast, The Ambition Accelerator, and actually that was a bit of an accidental podcast, if I'm being totally honest. So I wrote the book, The Ambition Accelerator, during the first lockdown during the pandemic, and I interviewed a series of well-known and very established businesswomen to include their advice and stories in the book. I soon realised after recording a number of these interviews that the content was actually really valuable in itself, so I took the opportunity to repurpose that content and create a podcast series that complemented the book. It was really well received. I still get messages from people that listen to that today, and it helped me to build even stronger relationships with the women that I included in it. So that's a quick overview of why podcasts matter and how they are a brilliant speaking opportunity. We have our own podcast studio at Moja, and we can also offer a remote service. So if you'd like to chat more about how to get your podcast up and running, please get in touch for a chat.
Speaking engagements make excellent social media content and can lead to articles in the press, both of which help you reach a wider audience than those at the event itself. If the speaking engagement is being filmed, upload the video to YouTube and promote it on your social channels. You can also host the video on your personal website. If you want to get even more people talking, your speaking content can easily be turned into blogs, case studies, or testimonials. After you've attended the speaking engagement, don't forget to ask for a testimonial to validate your experience. You can also blog about your experience and provide insight for those wanting to become a speaker.
With the right training, anyone can learn to speak with impact. Here are some things to consider and practice. Confidence starts with your body language, but it's easy to slip into bad habits, especially when nervous. So always perform this quick mental checklist before speaking. You want to be nice and straight with your head held high. Make eye contact with your audience and take in the whole room. If you're delivering the talk virtually, make sure you keep eye contact with the camera and not your own image. If your shoulders are hunched and tight, you need to relax them. We don't want your shoulders up by your ears. Are your arms relaxed and down by your side? Try not to fold them in front of your body, as this can make you look nervous or a little closed off. You can use your hands to emphasize points during your speech, but don't overdo it to the point where they distract from what you're saying. If you're unsure what to do with your hands, keep them by your sides and relax. Remember, what you have to say is important. Your voice deserves to be heard. When you believe this, your audience will too, and they're going to listen. Practice the perfect delivery and vary your tone of voice to keep the audience engaged. You might have an excellent script, but if your voice is monotone, it will come across as boring. I recently listened to a great episode of Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO podcast where he was speaking with a speaker expert, and they were talking about the importance of varying the tone of your voice. Stephen Bartlett even said that he has had really high profile guests where he's recorded an episode with them but had to delete it as their voice was just too boring. So the key takeaway here is you need to vary your tone and keep people interested. You might think some people are just natural at speaking, but the key is that they practice their skills. You can be just as confident if you put in the work.
Nobody wants to send the audience to sleep when speaking, and the key to avoiding that is the idea. Nothing has more impact than a good idea. Chris Anderson, head of TED, says the key ingredient in all great talks is that they transfer one extraordinary gift into the listener's mind: an idea. He goes further to say that when a speaker is truly engaging their audience, their brains will literally sync up and exhibit the same brainwave patterns. That's crazy, right? And this only happens when a speaker builds an idea inside the minds of their audience. So, how can you do this? Explain this thing properly. Your talk needs a through line. Stimulate your audience's curiosity by using intriguing questions. Use clear language, avoid jargon, and consider using metaphors to explain any unfamiliar concept. Ask yourself, who does the idea benefit? Does the idea have the potential to change someone else's perspective for the better? If you can nail all of that, then your speech will be truly memorable.
Hopefully, we've convinced you that speaking events can help to grow your business. And you've got a few new strategies to help you find the right gig and deliver a speech that knocks the audience's socks off. I speak at events all the time, so I practice what I preach. If you like the idea of speaking events, but don't think you have the time or the confidence to arrange them, get in touch with the team at Moja. We look after our clients' speaking inquiries and give them training and support to speak with impact. Drop us a DM on LinkedIn or visit the website for more info. Good luck practicing, and I hope to see you delivering a killer speech on stage very soon.